Waiting for my stream to come up. Doesn't look like it's quite up yet. At least the well, good evening. It's 5 o'clock here, well, 5:30 here, so hope everybody's okay. Alright, let's get set up and ready to rock and roll. Now, why did I say that? That was stupid. Okay, we're going to be looking at 4 maps. We've got New Horizon Farms we'll be looking at. Let's see, the lands of Frank? Where'd they all go? Oh, here they are. New Horizon Farms, Bergland, Asana, Wallachie, whatever. Not cow farms, but we'll be looking at those two. And where was that 4th one at? I forgot. Well, I think it's the Kingdom of Wallachie. Means that's yesterday's number on it. So, yep, that would be it. Got today's on that. Okay. Okay, wait. New Holland Farms. I am so sorry, guys. I am so bad at this. I'm having a bad time today. I mess up days. At least it's all live and you get to have a laugh at it. Okay, the lands of France. This farm, New Horizon Farms, and Sizkov. We are probably going to start out in the New Horizons Farms, but this one up here, because I kind of screwed up on that one down there, so we'll go into this one. And yes, it's took all 968 mods, but no problem. Loaded in fairly well, too. I was actually shocked. I need to delete out some farms, that way I don't go through this, But, welcome in, say hi, like the stream, whatever you need to do. Give it a 100 real quick. Yep. So promote myself. Gotta do it once in a while, come on. Okay, we're gonna go to live chat, make sure it's all there. No moderators on this one, so feel free to put what you want to watch. But we're going to be hitting this map right here, the New Horizon Farms first. And it's just an itty bitty map, but we'll be hitting it, seeing what you think of it. And yes, I'm running well over 900 mods in this. 968, I think it is. So, let's do it. Start off with let's get into here with I hit the wrong buttons again. Mr. Wrong button here. Okay, this is what you own. Let me brighten that up for you. There you go. And this covers your farm. But that's it. And these fields are not the cheapest. $1.6 million. I got to give it, I got to mark up on a lot of things, and that's still $500,000 the one next to it. 371,000. That's about the closest you're going to get to like real, unless it's like less than 1%. If you're wondering where I'm looking, it's right here where my cursor's at. The price change, I've got a mod that puts it in there. Just, you know, it changes every day, so I like using that. That way, if I wait a day, I might be able to get the field for a cheaper price. But a lot of times the price just goes up and up. So, but here is your calendar, and I do believe they have, yeah, black beans is one of them. They added tactical alfalfa, and they do have rice in here, regular rice, and they do have the fields. So let's said there were some rice fields in this map, so let's, I'm not seeing them. Okay, well, they said there was rice fields in here, but maybe they said it, and it's the rice field system that's in here. But yeah, it's a very small map. Let's see, how many acres is this big old parcel? I mean, it's 41 acres, pretty much, good size. There's 47.3, but not bad. And 41, so these are your three biggest fields. And you'd have to move over to that one, because this one's probably about, 36, 35 and a half-ish. There is two other things on the map. This piece right here, you can buy this. Let me get into that setting that lets you do that. Okay. Highlighting that, that's what it buys. Just the cross in the road for $293,000. Then if you zoom in, that's the building for number 69, but 78 right behind it buys everything around all the buildings. That's the two numbers that I have found, and I searched this map for a while. It gave me something to do to get you down here to your animals, let you know you've got a lot of cows, and you have a few chickens and a goose, or well, it says rooster, so it looks like a goose to me, but at any rate, and been in the game for a few hours, so yeah, you got some good contracts. They pay pretty decent. I see some 2 and 3. Yeah. 300,000. Yeah. Some decent contracts. And you do own a herbicide and production of liquid fertilizer. Let's see, and some decent amount of equipment inside the shop. Not too bad, I like it. And in your garage, you've got yourself a medium tractor or two. You've got yourself a flatbed pickup and a lizard pickup, which this one has 7,600 liters, and this one I think is the flatbed. I do not see a capacity on that one. And then on your large tractors, you get one New Holland with 351 horsepower and a telescope or telehand. And you get one implement. And for trailers, this is what you get: an auger grain cart. There is your seeda, your planta. There's your sprayer systems. And there is your combine, and you see you get a header and a corn header, and you've got a grain combine, straw, whatnot. There's its header, and this, well, I think lays down swath, yeah. And then you've got a 26,000 liter capacity vacuum cleaner. And then you got your straw blowers, so you can blow straw into the whatever you want to do with that. If you're going to do with your animals. And then here's another one for your animals. And that's what comes with your farm. Alright. Why don't I go back into that? And nothing on your farm is terraform, but terraform does come up, so you're good to go. And got all kinds of places around. You can buy individually, you can buy the whole area, but let's go visit this. This is one of the sawmills that looks like. That'll pop up when you start buying land or purchase the area around it. You still can use it, but at least you know it's here. And that's up at the top of the map. And then we'll come all the way down to the bottom. We'll jump into this field. And I don't know. There we go. Now we know where we're going. I was facing the right way to begin with. That never happens to me. I'm always facing the opposite direction. Looks like another farmland of some sort. Could be a business. I don't see any triggers. There's a couple right here. Looks like storage for vehicles. Looks like this is somebody's farmland of some sort. A nice truck on it. No triggers open up. What the hell is that? Like a truck wash, and there's two ladies gonna wash trucks. Okay, what plot of land buys that? Well, not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Grain mill. And David. David ain't selling, man. David ain't selling. Let's go visit this one. Looks like you got a little place to store something. Little piggy piggy. Some piggy piggies. Looks like this could be cow. Possibly. Maybe horses. Tire and trough and everything. But yeah, it could be a cow still. And how do you purchase? Okay, and how much is this one? 200 some odd thousand, not bad. Looks like another little farm. Then out here we've got this and this, and let's go visit it. Well, here's your quarry, guys. Areas where you can pick up pretty much any material. Nice. I don't see any triggers, but I don't want to buy the place, so you probably even got a crusher here for your stuff. Well, that takes care of that area. A little bit of a quarry. Let's go visit this one. Looks like this is probably the animal dealer and whatnot. Pretty much, yeah. It's a pump up in there and all that, yeah. Yeah, it's the animal dealer's gotta be. Farmland 45. Yep, animal dealer. Alright. Forest land. This is the only part that looked kind of cool. Road cropping. Alright, and then this was alright. And you got different styles of trees in here for you tree enthusiasts. So if you've got the mod to add more trees, this would be a map that you want to do it to. Now you can buy every little square inch of this map almost. That pretty much buys the edge you can see. Yeah, this thing's a real small map. Okay. Let's get that real quick save in. Oh, my neck just popped. That felt so wonderful, man. So wonderful. Then move on to the next map. All right. Hopefully people are on the outside looking in going, I don't want to look at this map. This map sucks ass. No, it's all right. I mean, if you want to just make it your own farm, you and one friend come in and just work it and have fun. A good place to hang out. You know, date farming. There we go. Date nerd on Farm Sim. Online dating at its farmest. All right. And on to our next one. We're just at New Horizon Farm. And now we are moving on to, yeah, this farm right here. $952 out of 968 of the mods that I have. I left it at that. I've accumulated a few since I brought this map in, so leave it at what it is. But these maps have been reloading actually pretty good with it. But yeah. Excuse me. Just had a good plate of food before I came on. And now the soda in it saying, let's make you burp. And embarrass you online. But we can get this done. There's a couple maps. That last one was one of the small maps. There's also another map that I'll be going on to. This is the second out of 4. And two of them are real small. That first one, New Horizon Farms, that was a pretty small map. Not much to it. In and out of that one real quick. But if I still got a good audience when I get back, I'll get done with all the rest of these 3. I'll go back and recap on that first one so people can see what they missed. I got no problem doing that. As long as you got no problem with the load times, because some of these maps are really fast, some of them are kind of slow. This was, I think, the slowest map. Yep, this is the other itty-bitty map. It's so small. And yes, that's what you own when you come in. I didn't buy anything, I swear. Oops. And these are the fields you own. But for some reason, you get the center of the map. Or the rest of the map too, so. Terraform does work on here. I did check it out a little bit. Your crop is pretty much basic. I don't see anything else. Let's see here. Was this the... No. I did save my settings from the last one. So when I was looking at the field, I just left rice, and no rice is highlighted. So, but there is a map that we're looking at where there's supposed to be rice on the field already to start, ready to start and everything. So haven't seen it yet. And your crop calendar looks pretty much the same. And you got a sheep, a cow, a chicken, a piggy, and horses. Places to put them, but... And I'd already been in the game for maybe an hour. So the contracts are just starting to come in. Let me see. Let me back up and see. Well, yeah, not quite an hour, so... it's about 45 minutes into the game. This is what you get for the contracts. And available, you have a sawmill. You don't own nothing. We're good with that. And now... And in your garage, you've got yourself a little sports car and a couple medium tractors. A John Deere and a Fiat. Looks like the John Deere gets the implements. The capacity on that bucket is 1,000 liters. Not bad. I mean, not too great, but then you got 19.6 on the capacity on your trailer. And you've got a small plow that does like 2.5 meters, and a cultivator that does 4, and a seeder that does probably 4.5. 4, yeah, 4.5, 4.6. That was close. You got your fertilizer spreader. Well, it does 42 meter width, so that ain't bad. 11 miles an hour. And you got your 8,000 capacity base game with just the one header. So I am not seeing. Nope, nothing else was there. And we'll take a look at the used after for about an hour in the game now. Not too bad. Looks like some people sold off the trucks. They probably couldn't like customize it over to the other one. Nice. Seen a lot of the trains and the boxcars and whatnot in here. And different, just because I have the mods. I feel like the road, but, oh, here it is. Oh, interesting, I like it. And let's get into some of the important stuff. Can you, if you don't like your farm, I don't think you're going to be able to. Nope. 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 Let me see if we can go into remove this way. Nope. Nope. Let's make sure I'm on my farm. Okay, I gotta be on my farm, so. No, you can't remove nothing, guys. Sorry. You can't remove the fences, can't remove nothing. You are stuck with what you got. So, let's take a look at the map now. Like I said, it's real small. Highlight everything you own, but it's real small. You pretty much have all the productions that are open, I mean, for the most part. You can buy more areas and open up more productions, but why would you want to? Not bad prices, 200 and some odd thousand. I mean, it might be a little high, 80 some odd thousand. 3 something. $1 million for that one. But not bad. This must be your start farm. That's the thing, I don't see a number. It must have came with this. See, that's the thing. It doesn't give you where to buy it at. It doesn't say anything. It just says, hi, you own all this, but what is it? Does it come with? Oh, Field 1. Field 1 buys everything, including this farm. This farm. This farm. This is the only other farm that's not bought. So, it's this farm that is also for sale. Alright, not much on it. I just ran through the whole damn thing. Wow. A little bit of storage and a cow. Right in the middle. And it buys it. So you own number 1, you own it. All right. And this one does have a... What was it? No, it was New Horizon Farms had so many downloaded. You had to have so many mods required. But after you got it downloaded, all those mods, you try to start the first time, it'll prompt you, of course, go to Mod Hub and get those mods. But after you go back into it, select the game again, go through all those steps, and then you hit start again, like you're going to go launch the game, it goes, oh, by the way, there's 3 more mods you need. So be prepared for that. So let's give it a save in on this little thing. There really isn't much here to show. It's an itty bitty map. That's why I mean, this one actually loaded in fairly quickly. It just, when I put this map in, that's how the mods that are on it is what I had installed. So, oh no 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 no! My controller did what I think it did. Yes, it did. Oh. I need to replace this. I can't wait till my taxes get back. I am so sorry, guys. I am so embarrassed right now. Mr.mattis, the mess up master. I will take that title. Tape it to me in chat. I will take it. I will throw up hearts all over the place myself. Okay, we are having fun here today. I'm sorry. You're not, because I'm an idiot. But we got high hopes, and we got high hopes. Start sounding like Goofy. I get 10 in there. Wow. Oh no. I don't even do a very good job of Goofy. Thank you for joining. My controller decided to quit the game instead of letting me go to the next map. All right. We had already seen New Horizon. We were just in this map here. I cannot pronounce it. And now the lands of France. Yes, this map I had take some of the mods out, and it didn't like, because I started it the first time with 950 and I had to bring it down to that 836 that you saw. I had to, because it does not want to stay going. It was laggy, and then once I took those out, it mainly was that round Baylor's Plus and everything. It kept on tripping warning after warning after warning. I went and looked at the log, and it was just, the warnings on that was, I was scrolling forever. Oh my lord. Almost would ever rather had a tooth pulled. Well, then again. I never get numb enough. I always get pain during a tooth pulled, so. I always tell me that I've had too much of the numminess. So, no big deal. I haven't had to worry about that in a long time, so. Alright, it's going, it's going. Oh, I lost somebody. They're not the patient one. He's not the patient one. It's okay. He'll be back. Tanko, come again. Alright, we got some good pastures here. Okay, let's get into the, this is what you own. And yes, this is the spotty. And they are tiny fields. Tiny fields. 2.16 acres. That's a decent sized one at 8.62. And we'll get into the bigger one at 22 acres. And your farm is set up with, let's just go down the line. Here's your crop report. This pretty much sums it up. Everything's the same. Actually got cotton on this map. They didn't have cotton on the last one. Okay. Looks like you've got a stables and you've got a chicken place that you can possibly sell off. And oops, we are in 30 minutes into the game, so after a half hour, that's what your contracts are looking like. Not too shabby. And you own biogas production, chalk, stone into limestone. Okay, limestone production, and a wood miser. All right. Takes trees, makes the good woods. And you have storage on your facilities for bales and pallets, it looks like. With nothing in it. And we'll look and see what the prices are in this neck of the woods. Get to, where's peas at? There we go. Peas, 36.30. Yep. Same price as any other map, so they're using the same economics. That is nice. I do like it when it changes up, though. Don't get me wrong. And you have nothing owned that is no, neither one of those are terra farms. So, and there is your medium tractors, two of the best. Well, best brands, that is. That's a good trailer. And it's got a capacity of 20. You got your power harrow. And a cultivator. Seeders. Seeders only, yeah, just the one. Just the one seeder. And you put a lasso spreader. Your solid poo-poo. And there's your 8,000 capacitor. Oh, no, that's, oh, yeah, it is. I was looking at the gas thinking 500. I'd sell it right away. Mowers, you got one offset. And you've got yourself one of these windrows. And there is a round bidder. Yes, it is. That will sum up yours. And we'll get into construction. We should be right over the top of our place, right? And it looks like, yes, you can sell it all off. Every last dime of it. Yes, you can. And can you... You can't remove the fences. At least not that one. Nor that one, nor that one. Can you get the... Oh, yep, you can these. The fences around... Oh, that's your chicken coop anyways. You sell that, it's going to disappear. But you got all that chicken, or all this fence right here you can sell. Name the fence. Yep, everything. Nice. Let's just kind of jump up and go to a random place. See if we can sell all the... Yep, you can sell the fences in random places downtown too. Let's get out of that. And you can't sell anything, but you can sure take their fences away. So this will be an easy one to run whatever piece of equipment you want. All right. Whether Terraformer works or not, I have not tried it out on this map. But at least it's there and it's not goofing up, so. But your crops here are, let's see. Got everything back on. We got some grass fields. It looks like we got some wheat. And I think it's soybean. barley. Sometimes they get them, they switch up a little bit on the colors. But there is a lot of grass fields, and I did the math. It's like little over $100,000. You can buy all this grassland, and then turn around and get your money back. I mean, it's not much. I mean, these fields are 22,000, 35,000, 24,000, or a couple of. I think it's $9,000 there, $10,000 there, $10,000 there, $25,000 there. It's like $150,000 or less, and this is all yours. And we'll get down the list. Here is your crop report. Not too bad, not too bad. And we'll get down here. See, here's contracts. They're coming in a little bit better now. And we didn't check out your store. Looks like you got a decent amount of equipment that pops into the store, at least for now. I've noticed over time in a game that less and less pops in. Get back to that map. Mine's a little slow. And we've got a place out here. This is your greenhouse area. We'll just look through the windows so that they can't get out. So, yeah, this is all greenhouses. And then this is your forest area, this icon, like this. So I'll go visit it and show it to you. So your loggers out there. Bushes. Mother Nature needs a trim. There's too much bush. Alright. So, trees in a nutshell. But yeah, they got several different ones all over the map. Another one here, another one here, another one here, another one here. Even one right out here in the corner. Even by that little even spot right there. I can't believe that. I didn't even see that before. Wow. They want to sell you every inch of this map. That must buy, yep, this wooded area. Does one buy you the whole map? No? Huh? No? No? Oh. Damn it. But this one does. And it is come on. It is what you own. Man, I hadn't even bought these yet. Maybe I have. It's just I'm not on the right one. Oh, yeah, this wasn't on the right one. Let's visit it right here. So this bush buys you the whole map. It's the most important bush on the whole map. Guard it with your whole life. All right. But yeah, got some wooded areas. I think we did the contracts after about a half hour, so yeah. Contracts are coming in pretty quick, and we are at an hour and 15 minutes. Not bad for this map. Get that quick save in, and we will move on to our last map. So I kind of want to get into one of these other maps and start actually farming here in a little bit. I know it said save before, but I like to do it myself. We got one more map to look at, and then I'm on to another map. It'd be smart to use the control. We're going into this one. We just came out of the lands of France, and this is the last map. Okay, the lands of France. These two, New Horizon, and this one is on, are in the store. The lands of France, and this map I am going into right now is not in the store. I found them on King Mod and Mod Hub. And it's not the Mod Hub, the FS one that everybody goes to for, to see if the mods are out yet. No, this is modhub.us. I've got a link in the description. And if they're not active links right now, just copy and paste and they work the same. But yes, this map, I like it. It's a pretty neat little map. And this is the one that was having the no problem with the mods, but I just kind of backed out some of the mods because I'm not going to use them, so why have them on, So just kind of thinned the crops a little bit before I came on. A little bit, do what I can. And so this is the fourth one. Everybody that's still with me for the ride at the end, we will go recap on that a New Horizon one. That way, what you missed, you can come and see what you're looking at. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody today going? I'm pretty sure I got my chat up and going. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you don't, hit that dislike button, please. I mean, at least I'm getting some type of feedback. That's awesome. I do appreciate it. Alright, we're almost there, almost there, almost there. I'm sorry about there's a few second delay if there is. But yes, we did make it. And we can get this going. Alright, the chat does work. Come on. Keep them moving. There we go. Oh, that's right. I was standing up here because I was doing a screenshot. And I ran down time because I started playing on this map. I liked it. I've done one on this earlier, so I'm just coming in to show this map again. And let's go to what I own. Don't mind the grass fields here. I did not own those when I came in. I bought those. I bought this big field, and this field. I put some money on the account, but I think it comes, pretty sure it came with this wheat field here. It came with this field here. I bought this field. It came with this small field here, this field here, and I bought that field. But it also had this. It comes with this up here, which is an oil mill. Zumpa, and a bakery, and Kate. And come out here to 153. We get out here in the woods for you guys. Well, flashlight's out of batteries. Smacking it against the tree a couple times. That still didn't work. Alright. But yep, got a wall buried. But this is the tree land kind of areas with fields kind of mixed in. It's not much to really brag about at home. They might look like thick, but they ain't. And I'll even jump over to this one for you tree enthusiasts. You loggers. Yeah, so not really a logging map, people. It's kind of deceptive. Some of your smaller pastures are running 164,000, and this big old mamba jumbo that I bought was, 2.5 million, and that's on a 39% decrease on, off. I mean, so that's almost a $3 million lot, and it is 154 acres. I wanted it. I want to buy it, so I grabbed the money and got it because it was on sale. I like it when it's on sale. It is something that screams out to me. So I got everything set up. I went out and put a little bit more money on the books. Got myself set up. I got some trailers out here. Oh, heck. Let me just... of course, I got to do the stupid stuff. Let me get back over here. Enter vehicle. Thank you. Got one set up for this field right here. This thin kind of grassy tree line kind of cuts in between. This is the wheat. This, I think, is barley, and then it jumps right back over there to wheat, that 100 and some odd acre field. I hooked myself up with a few grain carts and a decent-sized grain truck, and the same thing here. Then I've got myself a big vacuum cleaner and another. But we will get into you do get these two tractors right here. I'm pretty sure I'm the one that bought the Massey Ferguson, and I bought those trucks. So the telehandler you do get the implements there. This I bought these for, those four. You do have this one. It comes with the farm, and this one does come with the farm. And moving on down, this comes with the farm here, this cultivator. And then we've got this mulcher. I almost thought it was a mower at first, and I was like, wait, that has mulching blade on it. It's got good detail. I kind of walked around it for a minute or two. So we move on down here to your plow, and that is it in your garage. And the garage, the used vehicles, I mean, they even got the, if you got the miner's pack. They don't have too much stuff in here. You see a lot of bigger equipment. Well, when most of the fields are like this, and you can see the difference in contours of the land, not really that fast or flat of a land. I mean, there is some flatness to it, but there's a lot of hills and valleys in this. So you need something like one of these that are set up, this one's one more of a pretty good articulation, but this one has some severe articulation to it in the back, where it'll crawl around and keep one high. I mean, it's like your rock crawling type thing. I got stuck in whatever that was over there. Yeah, I just got stuck in the shed. So there's a glitch right here. Watch it, guys. I found it. Leave it to me. And this is all on your property. You got a pickup here. You got your dump here. And storage. I left some of these things open. I don't know. Let's get into this. If we can sell or buy anything. farm, and I think, yeah, because I got rid of the cow barn and whatnot. Yeah, you can sell everything off. I forgot. I already did all that. And even, you can still see some fences around, but the nice thing is there's the fences you do see around, you can sell because I got rid of them all. And some of the other ones, like the barbed wire fences you'll see out by the pastures, they don't have any collisions on them. So that makes it kind of nice to run around, be able to, you know, back your cultivator up and take that next pass, or you don't have to be going, why is my cultivator sitting still? Why is, and you go over there and your AI is halfway in a freaking tree because it, and you go over there with, I just use super strength, and I usually try to throw them as far as I can into the field, make them come back and start all over again. I mean, it's a set pay, so much an hour, why not? I don't care. And then they get stuck on the same tree or in the same mud puddle more than 3 times, I fire them and I finish the job myself. And that's more than most employers do, period. So at least the AI is learning good work ethic. You got 3 chances, now fire your ass. Human beings, having 3 chances, I mean, that's when I'm starting to think about it. AI, I'm going to fire them right away. But humans, no. I mean, there's always circumstances behind it. It's just whether you can believe them or not, you know? But I try to give as many people as many chances as possible. That's why I've always been manager, and has always been a manager for 2.5 years or better on every job. And I am the one that ends up quitting. And then I go to another job, and then I have an ex-employee that's looking to hire people because they went into management. And they're going, wait, I can't hire you. Why? Because that's just not right. I can't be your boss. I was like, why not? I showed you, just you boss like I do, right? Or I did, right? That's where you learn from. You told me that. Yeah, well, then what do I got to worry about? Well, I can be an asshole. Okay, show me. Challenge accepted. But this is not a bad little map. I think this is the one I might have to come back into and do some night harvesting. So, because unfortunately on the crop calendar it was saying it was time to harvest. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get hit there. Yeah, here's your contracts. I've been in the game for a while, so I've been in the game for several hours. It's dark, so if you ignore the contracts like I did for that long, you can stay busy, my friends. Busy, busy, busy. And nothing to report here on the animal, so you're good there. You can start your own thing. And your crop calendar one more time. It does have some multi-fruit. It's got several. Sugarcane, tactical, spelt, rye, rice, potatoes. Oh, everything's got potatoes, olives. We got this missing ingredient. Yeah, if you know what the emblems look like, there you go. And me, I'm actually going to use this and get back down here to the stock prices. Nope, stock prices. Nope, stock prices. Yes. There we go. Let's find peas, because that's usually the one that's going to set the, sets the bar still. Nice. Sugar beets, not so hot. Tactical, that one's, oh, that's actually worth it. December and January, yeah, that's actually worth it. Yeah. And you gotta hold on to sunflowers till March. I mean, it's just, it can be tricky sometimes, but green beans is another profitable one. At any time. I mean, 2100 to 2400. And I put in the certain types of silos that you can sell at. You can buy for, oh, heck with it. Let's get in here. So, we're into this, so we'll get into this. This is usually the silos I put in. As soon as I find it. I got too many. They're the ones that are like green, blue, gray. Yeah, these ones right here. but I buy the ones you can actually get from, so it'd be in the containers. Yeah, these right here. I get a 30% discount when I pick it up. Sometimes I put in the wrong one, but yeah, still a 30% discount when you pick them up. And you can turn around and sell it right back. And they give it, you get 30% discount. They sell it back to you at like regular price, but they're the highest paying ones on the map for a sell point. I highly recommend these. I use the green one and the brown one. The blue, these two haven't really messed with, but I use the green one and the brown one, and they will give you, here, let me grab one. Means it's floated me way the hell out here. Okay, it says this land's mine, so let's go find a land that actually is mine. Oh, crap. Okay. All right, now that we're back at the farm, let's do this one more time. Okay, so where can I place this? Yeah, that'll work. And then, why not? It'll actually fill this too. As soon as I learn how to back up. We'll do this. Let's go with some straw. I'll go ahead and stop it there. Just paid for all that. I'll put it on the trailer. Back it up. See, I just paid $2,700 for it. And this gave me $6,932 for it, and then $119 on top of her being such a good Samaritan, you know, and you know, good on the environment. Yes, I just showed you an ultimate money hack. That's not why I use them, but is another good reason why I do use them. Because what I got set up right there is for this, for grass. I'm mowing all this. And now that I have that, it doesn't take grass, so let's find one that does. I don't see it. Must be this one, Mini Nova. It's just in the wrong language. No. Must be this one. I don't know. For some reason, my stuff's in a weird language. It could be because there's not a translation there, but I don't know. But it shows up as a sell point for... It's nice. I do like it. I'm going to go ahead and back out of this. But, yeah. We'll get back up here to the map. Get over here to the farmlands and crops. And let's see here. Deselect all. One of these is supposed to have rice in the fields already pre-planted, and all 4 maps I've looked. I can't remember which one it was, but not one of them's got rice pre-planted in the fields. And I went into the first one, and I was pretty sure it was, but now that you guys have stuck with me, let me get in here and get this thing saved, back out, and I will go back over to that first map that you all missed. Backing out, backing in, backing out, backing in, backing out, backing in. There we go. Give it a real save. It should only take a couple seconds for that one. Come on. Well, it usually only takes a couple seconds for that one. Come on. What the world's going on? I think this is what it did to me last time. I sat here and froze for a second when I did a real save. Like, what? And then the circle started moving, it saved. But that's alright. We're going to exit the game, and I hope I don't have to Control-Alt-Delete to back out of this one. Because I did have to do that today on a map. Maybe bad luck, I've been hacked or something. Okay, now it should save content. GPU's at 90. Yeah, there we go. Everything's working good again. Yeah, and it's doing that, like... Hey, it actually worked this time. It backed me out. So, that's why I like doing these live, so you know how a map acts before it actually hits. So you know what they're going through before they clear these maps for the game. I mean, would you want to deal with that on a daily basis? I don't. That's why I do it here. I try to stuff as many mods as I own. You know, not own, but, you know, possess. I don't own the mods. I can't say I own them, but as many as I possess, and thank you for everybody that does do these mods. I used to curse mods. But this game, there's a reason for them. And I'll leave it at that. And now I watch modders and tearing up people in Call of Duty, and I'm actually kind of seeing why they're doing it, because half of them are saying I'm just doing this because I'm bored because Call of Duty sucks. And the only way to play fun is to run the mod. So I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I'm just, it's entertaining, but when they're doing it to be jerks and ruin somebody's game, then yeah, that's not right. Now, if they're doing it for their own laughs and they can't constantly crap on the same person over and over again, like if they that same person in the next lobby, leave them alone, especially if you notice them. But back to New Horizon Farms. And it took every one of these mods real easy, just right in. But it's a small map, real small map. I do like it. But for a more thorough run through and kind of more easy, laid back, gentlemen, Mr. Sealy P, he does great map reviews. So look him up and see what he's got. He might have this map doing a review. It's a small map, and I don't know. He finds little nooks and crannies that I overlook. And vice versa. I find some weird things that he's overlooked. And I'll go and watch his video and be like, wait. And I'll go back onto the map and be like, oh my gosh, it was right there and I walked right past it. And he'll point out like, there's a, yeah, one of those that they got sitting in the map. And he's meaning there's basically one of the Easter eggs, one of the hidden objects that you can find, you know. And one of them's right where you spawn in. He just kind of looks down and there's this, you know, John Deere or Case, whatever tractor. It's just one sitting right there and it's like, oh, boop. And one of these maps is the guy that puts out the golden eggs, and it's got 20 or 50 of them hidden throughout the map, so good luck. I stumbled across one per map only, so, and I've got a lot, I think I have all of his maps. So if you guys know where they're at, great. I'm thinking about looking up the videos and going find him and doing one of, just so I can do a live. Be like, all right, they're saying it's over here, and it's over here. Okay, and then go in there and just do my own little video, you know? Okay, cool. I've let it sit there long enough. Let's get in. And where did I leave myself? Left myself out in the woods by the river. Oh, yeah. Got a little... Oh, you can almost make it to it. Well, you can play hopscotch here. I think that's what I was doing earlier. And we are out by the water. Here is your map. Here is what you own. I only came in, highlighted this stuff, and took a look around and ran. But also, on the map, I bought this already. Let me go to what you own. Right here. So this little piece on the map, this other number right here. Yep, you saw it. It's right there. It's these lines. They go straight up and down, and straight across. You bought the main roads. You got to buy it. It doesn't come with your property. And the other one that I found was, all these are your number, little spots, but 76 bought everything. We'll buy everything else for, roughly $2 million. And you are looking at almost the same price for the big lots. 1.9, you're looking at 1.8, 1.4, 845, 1 point. Look at that. That's even smaller than that. That's, oof. You have decent land. I mean, and you can even buy this right here for 1.7 million. Should we go visit it? And this is 34 acres of black bean ready to harvest. So there is your black bean crop. And look at our crops. Yeah, this is a multi-fruit map. Let me turn all these back on. It's got the black beans as you saw. And alfalfa, tactical, or whatever you call it, tactical. I know, I mispronounce everything. And here is your crop. Wow, it did it to me again. My controller likes to do that. Here's your crop calendar. For the most part, looks pretty normal. Alfalfa and barley, you can start in, looks like they got the July and December's all right here. So you're starting in February already, right off the bat. So there's the difference, folks. You're starting in February. All right, I didn't even notice that till now. 19 of you couldn't point anything out. Nice. Okay. And you've got yourself a bunch of cows and some chickies. And this is several hours into the, and your contracts just kind of go on for, days. So, yeah, you got a lot. Got wood, supply runs, store, spraying, special contracts, rolling, metal detecting, liming, irrigation, harvesting, fertilizing, deadwood. Deadwood contract to the very top. Okay, cool. And you own these two facilities. Liquid fertilizer and an upper side. And you have no storage. And this is saying that we have the same prices for everything. Peas are the same price as my go-to one because I like growing that. I can make good money. That's usually my goodbye crop to a map. I'll do it like once or twice, be up around like 30 mil, and then just bail. Whatever is green beans gets peas, whatever is peas gets green beans, and overload peas on the first one, then sell them off in the proper time, then come back in and harvest. And yeah, it's very profitable. So you got downtown, you do have farmland. Oh, I'm trying to get to that. There we go. You got your spinnery downtown. You got a warehouse downtown. You got the cooperative downtown. You got a dairy downtown. Agricultural supply store. farmer's market, and bales. And you got some decent land. They're all kind of funky shapes. This kind of reminds me of one of those puzzles. You got the funky shapes that run into the, odd shapes. And then I've had it to where they go into like a regular shape puzzle. Oh, those are so hard to do. They're usually a 5,000 piece or better puzzle. You need a kitchen table that's not going to get used for a while. And all the way down here, let's go visit this place. It looks like you got yourself all kinds of animals. Animal pin there, animal pin there. Looks like another animal pin here. I'm just going to say animal pins because it's cool to say, fun to say. Your guess is good as mine on these. I would have to say with all these animal pins that if you bought it, it would probably be something like a farmer's market with a Grange. But another's farm. And this place will run you 260,000. Should we see what it is? Because I can turn around and sell it. Okay, I'll do it this time. All right, what does it unlock? Ooh, we got grain silo. We got a wooden house. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's on stilts. I'm gonna go check that sucker out. We got a milking with fence, and then we got the Piggly Wigglies. Yeah, yeah. Now, where's my stilts? Where's my treehouse? What? It looked cooler on paper. It's only got a sleep trigger and a wardrobe. Really? Oh, hell yeah. That's closer to me. Let me creepy old Walter. And they got some of the new stuff that was in there. Not that. Really? It's Megan. Or Negan. Okay, so with or without. Huh. No new gloves. Man, they're really pushing that cigarette. I guess this is how they advertise it nowadays. They put it in the game. There's no cigarette in the shoes? I'm surprised it has an emphasized pocket per cigarette on some of these shirts. Oh, there was a new shirt. Look like. Oh, was there? Yep, there was. Oh. Well, that ain't bad. That'd definitely bring out the Negan in you. The Walking Dead. But hey, we'll stay with what we got. Alright. Well, it even shows you that little mod. What I brought in the game. Okay, let's go take a look at this little place and see what this is. No. I said visit. Oh. It's a mill. And it looks like you get a little house here. This looks like the mill. The wood mill. Oh, I'm lagging. There we go. Laggy's here. So let's... Yeah, I'm starting to lag, guys. Let's get a save and get the hell out of here. Got something going on in the background of my computer. I don't know what it is, but we will figure it out. Wow. It's probably something that has to do with Epic Games, because they love to start updating a game like Fortnite like 10 times in a week, and it lags you out. See, that was a fast save. You saw how fast that was, man. That was awesome. Hey, guys, you still there? Alright, it says that I'm not receiving a smooth enough stream. Well, that's probably because I was glitching like crazy in that in there. So let's see what this does. It should give me a smooth enough stream. Yeah, I'm popping in pretty quick, so yeah. But New Horizon Farms, that's the second time that that one's kind of glitched on me, so caution with that, please. But what I'm going to do is, means this was one that I've done things on, and this was the other save. I am going to select and delete this since I've never ran two save games of the same one at the same time, so I'm thinking it might have been a conflict. So it looks like you all are still with me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, good. But let me know what y'all think. I mean, New Horizon wasn't too bad. These are also pretty good maps. These are maps we've gotten in over time. Oh, this is another one that I don't think it's hit our downloadable content. Touch this one. Well, I guess I can go into that and show you guys that real quick. It's not a bad map. I've had it for a little bit. Being as I'm doing map shows right now. That is a 4X map. I've got 848 mods into her, so she's down about 100. So I've had it for a little bit. And she didn't have no problem with that. But, so, that last map, I would say probably under 800 mods. If you can. It needs its big equipment, and it needs a little equipment. It's got some big fields, but it's got the roads for small equipment. And so do some of those other maps. I mean, they do have the big look of a field, but the bigger the equipment you got, the harder it is to get it up and down the road. And you can't delete the fences. You can cut out the trees to a certain extent, but some fences you can drive through, some fences you can't. It's one of them maps that it gets irritating quick. But I also one of the maps I wanted to stay on. I've got, and that's the map I think we were just on. And I've got all my equipment set up just where I want it. No, that was the last map we were on. I had all my equipment set up right where I want it. Ready to go. That big fields, that big wheat field. Yeah, I'm itching to get into that one. I think I might actually do that wheat field myself instead of having a AI do it. Might have the AI started. I don't know. I mean, it is 100 and some acres, so it's going to be a long, long field. I mean, I'd probably be better off if I do have the AI do it, and I just follow along with the grain cart and just stay right there. Let them do the small field, and then before I put them over in the other field, empty it out, let them start doing it, then move those particular grain carts over and wait. And then go to the other grain carts and get the others, and move him to the other field, and then follow, then come back and pull the grain carts over there. We'll be good to go. Because if you give the job to the bot or the AI, they seem to get the carts hung up on everything. They want to drive so weird. Alright. Let's get into this map and see where we're at. Okay, I think all I did is select what you owned with the property right here. You get these two pieces, and but you get the 3 fields with it. And you get this I bought this little piece down here because it was like $31,000, and I was like, what do you get with it? So, the only way to find out is I think I did this, and it was like that was the one that bought the everything in between. Oh no, that was this one right here. Spot number 1 bought everything on the map. I think that one came with it. This was some type of facility or something down here. But they do have woods. I gotta give them that. No. Why did I go down to buy? They're a little thicker than most of them. Alright. I'm not saying they're the best, but they're alright. Can't say that they're, perfect. But they are what you get. And that's pretty much what's that in a nutshell. So, crop calendar, you got alfalfa, you got buckwheat, you got board beans, American soybeans, chickpeas, dry peas, flax, hemp, hops, lavender, lentils, linseed. You got some oats on here. 2 things of onions. No clue why they got 2 things of onions. I don't think I found 2 different onions on the map. So, and you got peanuts on here, and we got some red clover, and then however you pronounce that. You even got some tobacco. So, roll your own when you get ready for it, and then some treacle. White clover and white grapes. And this is your crop calendar. You're starting in August, and looks like cotton is still, normal. Everything else is normal, but it looks like April and May is where you need to be, unless you're into like oats, olives, onions, peanuts, peas. Well, I'm into peas, of course, but peanuts. Oh, let's go take a look at how much peanuts are. Peanuts are worth 604. Peas, they're worth the same, so. Peanuts be worth it? It all depends. I mean, you gotta weigh the cost of what it's going to be for the field and everything, the planet, how much that's going to cost, and if it's going to be worth on the yield. If it's anything like grass, you want a big ass freaking field to plant peanuts in. I mean, you're gonna want, let's see here. You're gonna want like something like, this one here, or this one here, and marry it to that one. I'd buy that one and marry it to that one, and buy these 2 and marry it. Buy all these and marry it all and put them all into peanuts, since it's that low on price. You want more square acreage, because these things aren't very big, my friend. 35 acres. Well, actually, maybe they are. That's almost 100 acres. It just looks small. Well, they kind of compacted this. Not bad, though. Good prices on these things. I mean, that one's peas. So $2 million. I mean, come with a thick wallet. That's all I got to say with this map. Come with a thick wallet. And animal-wise, like I said, you got some moo-moos. And contracts. Plenty. And your starting power. You've got yourself a couple tractors. Mediums. Got a telehandler with some forks. You've got yourself a bale and a grain cart. You got yourself a plow and a cultivator, a seeder, fertilizer, 1 harvester, 8,000 capacity. You got a side and a front with a forage wagon that's got about 26 on the capacity. You got a tether and your basic game ones. And get into construction. Oh, wait, no, let's get out of construction. Let's get into construction. In construction again. And let's see. Yep, you can sell your houses. Okay, come get down here and let's go on. Yep, and you can demolish your fences. So yes, everything is sea of stupids. Let's see if we can. Now, you can't sell the little one, but if you own it, you can sell it type thing. I think I looked around the map and that's how it was. If you owned it, you could sell it. Here is your farm. Got a drive-through on this one. Got up here type storage. Oh, way up there, I have no freaking clue, but there is that. So let's see if it's. No, that sounds like a door, big door like this over there. See? Sounds the same. But I don't know how you get up there, but there is a loft. And there is stuff up on the loft. But I don't know how to get up there. Not unless I go, oh, wait a second, there's a door on the outside. Huh. Little trailer park boy, not a trailer park girl. I don't know how to go around the outside. Alright, here we go. Is that a window or something on it? Yeah, it's a window. No, wait, there's something on the wall. Got an office here? That was the way out. Okay. And upstairs. Nice. So that's a two-story loft with a view. And you can tell I bought too many properties in my life. But not too bad, not too bad. Drop down right here. Looks like everything's got the same sound. Anything's new me. Lazy fat kid. And here's where your equipment's at. And we're not doing too bad. Okay, and that is your farm. I don't know, can you go in your house? Hey, you can go in the house. Alright. Got a shower. Dressing room. Hallway here. I gotta work on that door, don't work. Here's that one. Here's that one. That one does. Another door. That don't work. Turn on lights. You go upstairs. Oh, no, it's the office. Oh, damn, got a lot of stairs. Alright, let's go up the stairs and see. That one opens. Hey, I found your bed. All the way up to the left. Alright, hey, you can jump through the roof. Well, there you go. There's your confusing fucking house in a nutshell. Alright, and owned productions. We got all kinds of crap. Oh my goodness, people. Oh my goodness. Those are owned. And these are the available. Man. 4 places to make cigarettes at. Nice. And donuts. Butcher galore. Man, they're just crazy about making sure that there was plenty of these all over the frickin' place. Okay, well, there's that. Wow. Let's get that save in real quick. And let's see. Now some of these maps had some extra downloads on them. One of these maps, I'm not positive on which one because I've downloaded so many maps over the last few hours and the last few days that one, once you go to launch it, it'll ask you for an additional 3. Just fair warning. But as you can tell, I don't care about mods because I've got a lot of them. I'm almost to 1,000 now, and if I can stuff 1,000 mods into one map, that's going to be awesome. And I hope people enjoy watching that when that happens. It'll probably shut my computer down. But as of right now, if I was to go into, let's just continue. 967, folks. 967. And I guarantee you River Bend Springs will collapse on that one. It collapsed at 500. King's Lag, not too bad. I got 97 maps. I'm looking for 3 more. I want an even 100 for right now. So, if you're wanting to have somebody to play multiplayer with, hit me up. Let me know what map you want to do. If it's logging, I might join you. I'm just going to be honest. If it's not Mike or one of my friends in here that mainly do logging, then I promised them that I'd come in and do what I can, even if it was just coming in and picking up the logs and putting them on the trailer and taking them into wherever they need to go. I'd do that. I have no problem doing that. Or if he wanted to do the running and I cut down the trees, I got no problem doing it. It's just I got to be on one task or the other. When I got to switch back and forth, I get aggravated at the trailer because it's not cooperating. When I just got everything cutting down the trees to cooperate. But no, I'm not going to go into any of these maps. I mean, I've got so many of these maps. I mean, do it yourself, Mason County. This is actually a fairly cool map. I was actually impressed with it. This one was alright. Liked it. I'll put it this way. If I still have the map up here, there's only like 3 maps that I won't go back into. I'll just go back to those. This one, since the update, I'm thinking about going back in. I put 285 hours into this map right here. And then it went on me. And I had every field, every area that you possibly could put a field. I had extra fields. I had everything. I owned everything. And I just got the whole map bought and was coming back. I saved it, went to bed, got up the next day, and I was right in the middle of harvesting, and the map went dead. And it wouldn't. I had to use Control-Alt-Delete to get out of it. Oh, it was another nightmare. I like it. Good map. Okay. This is one that I could take or leave, but it kind of piqued my interest and got me changed on how I do some things because it is kind of a small map. Yeah, I took it. Mod test map, I took it with a grain of salt, and I load this map in all the time, and it choked out at like 780. I haven't loaded it in again with all the mods lately, but yeah, I choked it out. The Terra Hall Agriculturist, it's all right. It's a good map. It's leaning more towards the good. I mean, it's not in the one of the few that I would not. This one is one I could give or take. This one has pissed me off one too many times. It's been updated. I haven't given it another chance, but if it doesn't, then I might remove just it, because a lot of these maps come with extra stuff, and I want the extra stuff anyways. This is for the people that want to do, logging, no logging. Love the map. Love the map. Good. This was an oops. This was an on purpose. This was an oops. But 16 Ham's okay. That was it's mid. Give or take. It's in that give or take category. I mean, I could give it or take it. I wouldn't really care. Riverbend is Riverbend. This one's, it's a login map. Love it. I've done like 300 hours on it. So yeah. When they fixed it, it got better. I'll just put it that way. It got a lot better. Not bad. Oh, one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites. Haven't really played too much on it. All right. Old America. Yeah, if you want a small map feel. We looked this one over. This one wasn't too bad. I wasn't too... Okay. This one, yes, I like it. New Horizon Farms. We were just on it. I'll leave your opinion with you. My opinion with me on that one, it was okay. If it would quit crashing, it would be better. North German country, yes. Moss Valley, no. I mean, that's one I could actually delete and not even blink twice about it. This Montana map, yes, it is a multi-fruit map, and it's 4X, and they also have it in non-multi-fruit, but it does say multi... No, well, one's crossplay, one's multiplayer. That's what I went for. So, it's all right for small... It's small areas, so you got to use small equipment. Same there. This is a good farm. And then now, love it. Lady Go. All these, yeah. We're halfway through my maps, and I'm just like wanting to grab one of these. Kino City, I like them all. I'm just gonna say that I liked every single solitary one of them. Great Grandfather's Farm, it's another map, just like another one in here. I mean, they're identical. I think across the ditch is what it is. And I got both of them in the same freaking map. Now I've got the Gestall bale storages and just Gestall. Both same freaking map. And there's Elm. I got a lot of them. Eagle Eye. This is another good map. But I am getting down to the Hens the D's of Castellon. Cow Farm. I downloaded it because it was, it was a new map. This one we were on. This is a beautiful map. No, this Chipping Norton. This is awesome. These are all great maps. I'm just the Alps. I'm right there at where I've got to be harvesting. So when I leave here, I'm going to be coming back. Probably going to be on the Alps. Get that finished up. Probably sell off the farm. I hope that doesn't disappoint anybody, but I might sell off. Well, at least not the farm, but sell off some of the fields. Bring the responsibility back closer to the to this side of the river. Sell off the other side, and just turn it into just see how the game flips back around. Because I lost contracts, I lost stuff in the use. I want to see if it'll flip itself back around. It's the main reason I want to do it. But that is going to conclude this episode of Mods and Maps. I didn't have very many mods to show. I kind of had a couple of them that were inside the map. That Harvester was an update, and so was one of the wagons I had in there. I had an update on it. So, all right, I will see you guys here. It is 7:10 according to my clock, and I will be back by 8 o'clock. I need to grab myself something to eat, something to drink, and use the restroom. So give me about that 50 minutes and I will be back on, and we will be back on this mapper right here, and I'll be finishing up my harvesting. Hope to see you there. Thank you for stopping by. It has been awesome. Peace.